Hi, and welcome to Madeira, a beautiful Portuguese island in the North Atlantic Ocean. Specifically, welcome to the capital, Funchal, which is the sixth largest city in Portugal. In this video, we take the cable car up to the top, visit an insanely beautiful garden, and then take the infamous wicker baskets down the lovely streets of Madeira, before having a stroll around the main city. I hope you enjoy this adventure with me. So Madeira was actually our first port of call on our IONA cruise ship to the Canary Islands. And of course, Madeira itself is not part of the Spanish Canary Islands, but it was a fantastic place to start our cruise. If you are on a cruise, I would highly recommend getting up early because the approach to the harbour is beautiful with a great view of the city. Once docked, the walk to the city centre is about 20 to 30 minutes. Some cruises even operate a free shuttle service and others charge. We decided to take one of the many waiting taxis to the city centre because it was quite hot and we wanted to get there to the cable car before the queues got too big. The taxi journey cost about €750. So for the cable car, we had already pre-booked tickets, which helped speed up the waiting time by a lot. The tickets cost €1250 for a single way and €18 for a round trip for an adult. For 7 years to 14, I think it was €650 for a single and €9 for a return, and for less than 6 years, I believe it was free. The ride itself is very impressive and takes about 15 minutes, but as you can see from the video, the weather changes quite a lot as you go up on the cable car, and I initially regretted not bringing a coat with a hood. But fortunately, on the day we went up, by the time we got to the top, the sun had come back out, and it was a nice day at the top. And wow, the views from the top were fantastic. Get a great view of the city below, and if you came by cruise, it's likely you'll be able to see your cruise ship. At the top, the station for the cable car is next to the Monte Palace Gardens, which are the number one gardens to see in Madeira, and is the ones that we conveniently wanted to also see. The Monte Palace Gardens are stunning. It costs €1250 to enter, and the gardens were vast. You could spend so many hours in these gardens, and I definitely think I'll be coming back to spend more time here. Overall, the gardens cover a huge area, 70,000 square meters. In the gardens themselves, you have great views such as this, where you have the cruise ships in the background and the city below. Then there's beautiful flowers and flower arrangements across the whole park. Another fantastic feature of these gardens is that even though they are huge, there are a lot of places to sit down, especially if it's raining. There's a lot of sheltered places too. So it really does cater for all ages of people. There's lots of places to find somewhere to take a break and just admire the beautiful scene. So we had spent about 3 hours in total in the park and had really enjoyed it. But we were hungry, and also that day I received my results from my medical school final exams. So we were quite keen to go to the cafe off the park where we could get something to eat, enjoy the nature, and I could use the Wi-Fi to check my results. And I'm really pleased to say I passed those exams, so I was really happy that day. But yeah, the park was beautiful, and after the park and after going to the cafe and after getting my results, we had to make our way down, and what better way than using the infamous Madeira wicker baskets. Right, so next up was the Toboggans, the famous Madeira Toboggans. So by the time we got there, the queue was huge, as was expected, as it's one of the most recognisable tourist features of Madeira. The toboggan rides cost €20 per person, but once again I believe it was totally worth it. Like, where else can you get a high-speed ride winding through the narrow Madeira streets while simultaneously getting an amazing view of the city and sea? Overall, it was incredible and definitely something I would love to do if I returned to Madeira. I'm going to post a separate video as the whole journey was about 10 minutes, showing the start to finish. So once back at the city centre, we had a lovely stroll around the beautiful streets of Madeira. Unfortunately, we didn't get a huge amount of time to explore more of Madeira because our cruise ship was leaving, but we definitely want to come back and explore all these amazing places that Madeira have to offer, and to share that with you as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.